Welcome students. In previous video we discussed the most important periodic property, that is atomic radius. In this session we discuss about another more periodic property, that is ionization energy or ionization potential. So what is meant by ionization? So ionization is the process to make into ion. That means by removing of an electron gets a positive charge. That one is called as ionization. Now, how the ionization energy is defined? The minimum amount of energy required to remove an electron. The minimum amount of energy required to remove an electron from the neutral gaseous state isolated atom is defined as a which one? Ionization energy or ionization potential. So, how it is defined? The minimum amount of energy required to remove an electron from the outermost orbital of an isolated neutral atom which is in gaseous state. So, if you want to remove an electron, it is possible when it is in gaseous state only. When either from a metal or a non-metal or a metalloid, whatever it may be, it must be converted into which state? Gaseous state. So, whenever it converted into gaseous state, then only we pick out the electron or taken out the electron. So that's why the minimum amount of energy required to remove the electron from the outermost orbital is known as which one? Ionization energy or ionization potential. And it was also called as first ionization potential, or also it is called as which one? First ionization potential, first IP or I, ionization energy. That means if an element is there which is in gaseous state, while you are supplying some IP1 ionization potential, that means an amount of energy to this one, then what happens? One electron loses by this atom, so it acquires a positive charge, make it to ion. So this amount of energy which is required to remove the electron from the gaseous state atom is called as which one? Ionization potential or first ionization potential. So from this unipositive ion, if you want to remove one more electron, that means M plus, which is in gaseous state, if you want to remove another more electron, you supply some IE2 energy. So here IP1, IE2, both are same, no problem at all. So then what happened? It make into M2 plus by replacing one more electron. This one is called as a second ionization potential or second ionization energy. This one is second ionization potential. So once you remember here, the removing of electron, the amount of energy required, the minimum amount of energy required to make into unipositive ion is called as which one? First ionization energy or primary ionization potential. From that, if you want to remove another more electron, we require certain amount of energy. That one is termed as which one? Second ionization potential. So while you are observing here, the second ionization potential is greater than the which one? First one. What is the reason? What happened here? The second IP ionization potential is always greater than the which one? First ionization potential. What is the reason behind it? Means while you are removing an electron from the neutral gaseous state atom, then what happens? The nuclear charge will increases. Then the force of attraction on the outermost electron also increases. So that's why what happened? We want to remove another more electron, we require more energy. So that's why the secondary ionization potential or the secondary ionization energy is always greater than the which one? Primary ionization potential or primary ionization energy. Clear now? So that is about the which one? Ionization energy. So this ionization energy is measured in it is measured in electron volt per atom or kilojoule per mole of atoms. So the ionization energy or the ionization potential measured either in electron volt per atom or kilojoule per mole. So that is about the one of the which one ionization potential periodic property. So once again we recollect what is ionization energy and what is primary ionization energy, what is secondary ionization energy, why the secondary ionization energy is always greater than the primary energy. Once I recollect, once listen carefully. So the minimum amount of energy required to remove the electron from the outermost orbit of an atom which is in gas state is called as which one? Ionization potential or primary ionization energy or primary ionization potential. So the primary ionization potential is always less than the secondary ionization potential, or the secondary ionization potential is always greater than the primary ionization potential. Means, so if you want to remove another electron from the unipositive charged ion, we require more energy because the nucleus charge is more. That's why what happened? The nuclear force of attraction will be increased in the outermost electrons. So that way we require more energy than which one? Ionization potential of first one. So that's why the secondary ionization potential is always greater than the which one? Primary ionization potential. And this ionization potential is measured in which one? Either electron volt per atom or kilojoule per mole. Now this ionization potential values how changes in the period as well as in groups. Periods and groups, how these property, that means which one ionization potential varies. That will be discussed now. So first one, in case of a period, in case of period, we already talked about the atomic radius. In periods, atomic radius, what happened? The atomic radius is decreased. Decreased means what happened? The nuclear force of attraction on the outermost electrons increases. So while the electron energy is increases, the force of attraction is increases, what happened? We require more energy. Am I right? So that's why while we are moving from left to right, the atomic radius is decreases. So that's why the potential energy also will be, ionization energy value also will increases because of more nuclear force of attraction is acting on the outermost orbit electrons. So that's why once we observe here from a group, a period, lithium, beryllium, boron, carbon, nitrogen, oxygen, fluorine, neon. Here what happened? While you are moving from left to right, which one? From lithium to neon, the atomic size is decreases because the newly enter electron into the same orbit. So that's why the nuclear force of attraction, the nuclear charge increases. So that's why the nuclear force of attraction is increases on the outer electron. So that's why we require more energy to remove the electron. So finally what we concluded, while you are moving from left to right, the ionization potential values are increases because of decrease in the atomic radius and increase in the nuclear force of attraction. And one more thing here, once observe here, nitrogen. Nitrogen is a half-filled orbital. That means once observe the electronic configuration of nitrogen, that is 1s2, 2s2, 2p3. So then what happened here? 2p3 means here the p orbital is half filled, where in the case of neon the 2p orbital is full filled. So once we observe the ionization potential of oxygen and nitrogen, which one more? According to your knowledge, you think that oxygen is a more ionization potential because from left to right the ionization potential value increases. But here a slight changes will occur because of here the nitrogen is a half-filled orbital more stable than these two. Am I right? So that's why what happened here, either full-filled or half-filled orbitals which atoms are containing, those are more ionization potential even though they are moving from left to right. So finally what we concluded, from left to right we are moving, the ionization potential values are increases due to decrease in the atomic radius and increase in the nuclear force of attraction. Clear? Now, what happened in the case of a group? What happened in the case of a group? Group means vertical column. So once you observe lithium, sodium, potassium, rubidium, cesium and francium. Once observe here, electronic configuration of lithium is helium, which one? 2s1, sodium, neon, 3s1, potassium, argon, 4s1, rubidium, krypton, 5s1, like this. So what happened here? Once observe the electronic configuration, the newly entered electron enters into the new orbit. Here the principal quantum number is 2, here the principal quantum number is 3, here the principal quantum number is 4, here the principal quantum number is 5. So what happened finally? Every newly entered electron enters into the new orbit. That means the atomic radius is increases or the atomic size increases. So whenever the atomic size increases, what happens? The nuclear force of attraction will be decreases. That means the electron which is present in the last orbital is loosely bound. So that's why we require a less amount of energy to remove the electron. So finally what we concluded, as we move from top to bottom, the nucleus charge is increases, but the atomic radius what happened? Increases. So that's why the force of attraction decreases. So we require less amount of energy to remove the electron easily. So that's why finally the ionization potential is decreases as we go down in a period. In a group. Am I right? So that's why the ionization potential values are changes in a period in a group like this. So finally, in period from left to right, what happened? The ionization potential values are increases. In a group, the ionization potential values are decreases due to increase in the atomic radius and decrease in the nuclear force of attraction. Now, another more important topic in this session is what are the factors influence the ionization energy? What are the factors influence the ionization energy? There are mainly 5 factors are influence the ionization potential or ionization energy. What are they? First one is atomic radius, second one is nuclear charge, third one is a shielding effect or screening effect, fourth one is a penetration of orbitals of valence electrons, and finally full-filled and half-filled orbitals. These 5 factors are morely influenced the which one? Ionization potential. How these are effect will be discussed now. Okay. Factors affecting the ionization potential. What are they? First one is atomic radius. Second one is nuclear charge. Third one is screening effect or shielding effect. Fourth one, penetration of orbitals of valency electrons. And finally, fifth one is half-filled or full-filled orbitals. So So these 5 factors are mostly affected with which one? Ionization potential or ionization energy. What are they? Atomic radius, nuclear charge, screening effect, and the penetration of orbitals of valence electrons, half filled or full filled orbitals. Now we discuss one by one how the atomic radius is influenced and how the nuclear charge is influenced and the screening effect, everything. So first of all, which one? Atomic radius. I am already told that as the atomic radius increases, the nuclear force of attraction decreases. So that's why what happened, we required a little amount of energy is more to remove the electron. So that's why as the atomic size or the atomic radius increases, the ionization potential value is decreases. Whereas in the case of the atomic size or the atomic radius decreases, we require more amount of energy to remove the electron from the outermost orbit because it is strongly attracted by the nucleus. So finally what we concluded, the atomic radius also be influenced the which one? Ionization potential. So as the atomic radius increases, if atomic radius increases, the IP value, ionization potential value decreases. That will happen in the case of which one? Groups. The same thing will happen in one? Groups. In groups what happens? The atomic radius increases. So that's why the nuclear force of attraction decreases. So what happens? The ionization potential value is decreases. Now, if in case, if atomic radius decreases, the IP value increases. Am I right? That will happen in case of which one? Periods. In periods, while moving from left to right, what happens? The atomic radius decreases. So that's why the ionization potential value increases. Means we require more energy to remove the electron from the outermost orbit or orbital. Okay. So that is the factor which one influence the ionization potential. What is the second one? Nuclear charge. Nuclear charge. So nuclear charge means here, once observe, if I supply a neutral atom in gas state certain amount of energy, then what happens? It converts into unipositive ion, which is in gas state, in the liberation of an electron. So it requires how much energy? IE1 kind of energy is required. Now I want to remove another more electron from this unipositive. Plus IE2 gives rise to M2 plus M4. So once observe here, while you are removing an electron, the number of electron in the neutral atom is decreases, but the proton is same. From that one, if you want to remove another more electron, then what happens? Electron number is some more decreases, but the protons are remains same. So whenever the protons remains same, then what happens? The force of attraction on the outermost electron increases. So that's why we required some more energy than the first one. So that's why previously I told that the secondary ionization potential is greater than the which one? Primary ionization potential. From this one, if you want to remove another more electron, I3 amount of energy is given, then what happens? M3 plus 2 minus. So by removing each and every electron, the nuclear charge gradually increases. So whenever the nuclear charge gradually increases, what happens? The ionization potential value also be increases. That means you want to supply more energy to remove the electron. So that's why what we finally concluded that if the nuclear charge is increases, nuclear charge means number of protons are increases. Number of protons when increases, when the electron is removed from that one, Am I right? So that's why whenever the positive charge increases, nuclear charge increases, we require more energy to remove the electron. So finally what we concluded that the nuclear charge increases means the ionization potential also increases. The ionization energy values also increases. So that's why the atomic radius as well as nuclear charge both are affect the which one? Ionization potential. Now what is the third one? Screening effect. Screening effect or shielding effect. So once observe, for heavier atomic number elements, the inner electrons are more than the outer electrons. That means while you are arrange the electrons, that means electronic configuration into their respective rules, what happen? The core electrons, if is more, then the nuclear force of attraction will be decreases on which one? Last electrons, that means last orbitals. So that's why the number of electrons in the inner orbit or inner core orbits increases, the force of attraction will be decreases on the outermost. For example, this is the nucleus, first orbit, second orbit, third orbit, fourth orbit, like this. So what happened here? In the first orbit having how many electrons? 2 electrons. In second orbit, 8 electrons. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. In the case of the third one, how many electrons? Need about 18 electrons. Okay, like this. So, if the electron is present here, this is the which one? Valence electron. This one is which one? A reference I am writing here. This is the valence electron. So, the nuclear charge, which is present one here, positive charge. Am I right? That positive charge is equally distributed to last electron. Nothing, because these electrons are influenced. Which electrons? Inner electrons or core electrons. Because the electron, the force of attraction will not be act on the which one? The final electron, the last electron, because of electron-electron repulsion as well as electron-proton attraction is acting on the final electron. So that's why if the number of electrons in the core electrons is increases, the effect of nuclear charge on the outermost is decreases. So that's why the ionization potential value is decreases. That means the electron loosely bound by the nucleus. So finally what we concluded, screen. Once you observe this one happens, it is like a sieve. So while the sieves have number of holes, here the number of electrons is increases, then what happen? The force of attraction on the outer electron will be decreases. So whenever the outer electron force will be decreases, we require a little amount of energy is required to remove the electron easily. So that's why the screening effect shows that, or the screening effect told that what happens? The number of electrons in the inner orbits is increases, the force of attraction on the outer orbit is decreases. So the ionization potential energy or ionization potential values are decreases. Here now another one is a penetration of orbitals. Penetration of orbitals. So penetration of orbitals means, according to the shape of orbitals, S orbital is more penetrated towards which one? Nucleus than P and D and F. So if the last electron or the final electron or the outermost electron is in S orbital, what happened? It was most affected by the nucleus because that is in spherical shape. So that's why the S orbital electron is always towards the which one? Nucleus. So that's why we require more energy than which one? P, D, F. Clear? So that's why the penetration of orbitals order is S, greater than which one? P greater than D greater than F. So if the last electron present in s orbital, we require more energy than which one? If the electron present in p orbital. So the penetration of s orbital is more towards the nucleus because of its spherical shape. Then it is the p which is in dumbbell shape. So that's why if the orbital is penetrates toward the nucleus force of attraction on the outermost electron will increases. So that's why what happened? We require more energy to remove the electron. So that's why the penetration of s orbital is more than p, and the penetration of p orbital is more than d, and the d orbital penetration is more than f. So that's why if the last electron present in s orbital, we require more energy than f orbital. Clear? So that is about the which one? Penetration of valency electrons which is present in the orbitals. And finally, half filled and full filled. I am already discussed this matter in the period. While you are moving from left to right, in the case of nitrogen and oxygen, while compare, nitrogen is a half filled orbital. Am I right? So what happened here? Nitrogen is 1s2, 2s2, 2p3. Whereas in the case of oxygen, this one is 1s2, 2s2, 2p4. While comparing these two, what happened? P is half filled than oxygen. So that's why it requires more energy to remove the electron than which one? Oxygen, because of half filled. Whereas while from nitrogen, oxygen and fluorine after neon, it is the full filled 1s2, 2s2, 56. Here what happened? The second orbital completely fulfilled. So it requires more energy than those. So either half filled or full filled orbitals are more energy required to remove the electron from their outermost. And some more examples here. While you are writing the electronic configuration of copper, which is atomic number 29, here what we are writing? Argon 4s2 3d9, that is the original, but 4s1 3d10 is the correct one. So why you are writing here? Means here the s orbital can accommodate only 2 electrons, whereas the d orbital accommodates 10 electrons. If this electron is excited to from the s orbital to d orbital, the d orbital is full filled and the s orbital will be half filled. So then what happened? It is more stable than the configuration of 4s2 and 3d9. So that's why we are all accepting this electronic configuration but not this one, because half filled orbitals are more stable than the which one? Unfilled orbitals. Okay? As well as full filled orbitals are more energetic. That means full filled orbitals are require more energy. Whereas in the case of chromium, atomic number is 24. The atomic electronic configuration is argon 4s2 3d4, but it written as a which one? 4s1 3d5. So what happened here also? S orbital is half filled as well as d orbital also half filled. Both the orbitals are half filled, so that's why it is more stable than the remaining elements in the particular group or a period. So that's why the half filled or full filled orbitals are more energy value requires to remove the electron from their outermost. So that's why these 5 factors are affecting the which one? Ionization potential or ionization energy. Okay? Clear? That is about it. The remaining topic will be discussed on which one?